Hello everybody! As you may or may not know, I am Swedish, and it was probably just a matter of time before I was going to review a Swedish ration. So now is the time. As you can see on the production date, this is a really fresh ration. And I am talking about menu 17 of the Swedish 24-hour meals combat edition. Now 24-hour meals is the name of the company. It does not imply that this is a 24-hour ration, though it happens to be. It is a 4-course ration. It says 4 meals with a total of 4,500 calories, consisting of intended breakfast, lunch, dinner and evening meal. And the breakfast is yogurt with breakfast flakes. Lunch is chicken korma potato. Dinner is meatballs with pasta. Evening meal is meal bar lemon. Just a quick note about the 17 here. When I ordered this, it said menu 7, and the lunch item was chicken jogan rosh, but I guess they replaced the jogan rosh with chicken korma, and therefore they changed the menu from 7 to 17 to avoid any confusion. I'm not sure about that though, so it's just a guess from my part. So let's open this up and see what it contains. It's a quite heavy bag, weighing 1,608 grams, so 1.6 kilos. There's a tear notch. Little Ziploc. Okay, so I'm gonna get everything out. First out is, appropriately, we have meatballs. Meatballs with pasta, 400 grams. I mean, it wouldn't really be a Swedish first ration review if it wasn't meatballs, right? The second entree, chicken korma potato, 400 gram. The breakfast item is yogurt with breakfast flakes, 145 grams. I should say that this is a ration with retort pouches. So the main lunch and dinner consist of retort pouches. There are also freeze-dried variants of this, but this is the retort pouch version. We've got biscuits, whole grain biscuits, 47 grams. A vanilla cake, 85 grams. A bag of roasted and salted peanuts, 50 grams. Another bag of peanuts, but with honey, 45 grams. I guess there are 5 grams of salt in the other one then, right? There is whole wheat bread, 57 grams. There's peanut butter, 40 grams. We've got a cereal bar, cranberry, 50 grams. Another cereal bar, cookies and cream flavor, also 50 grams. And we've got a 24-hour meals meal bar, 60 grams. So this would be the evening snack. We've got isotonic drinking powder, exotic flavor. We've got isotonic drinking powder, orange flavor. And we've got cocoa flavored beverage powder. We've got a piece of what I assume is chocolate. I can't really see it anywhere. Oh yeah, chocolate bar, 25 grams. Nut cream. Well, this is, I understand this may sound very funny for some of you, nut cream. It's based on hazelnuts. So this is classical old Swedish candy. I had this when I was a kid. I'm sure it's from the 60s. Yeah, it even says since 1961. Every Swedish person knows what this is. 18 grams. We have 3 bags of freeze-dried instant coffee. They're all the same. Doesn't say how much or how much water you should mix it with though. There are 2 hard candies and 3 bags of gum. 2 spearmint and 1 peppermint, and these are the sugar-free gums. And finally we have 4 disinfection swabs. So these are obviously not just moist towelettes or something. It actually says there is ethanol in these, so they are truly disinfection. An additional item I'm going to use today is this flameless ration heater. Basically it's like any FRH, but it's made by Orifo. And I just thought it would be fun to compare these to the MRE FRHs I've used so far. Maybe there's a different composition. I see it says specifically contains aluminium and sodium hydroxide. And I'm not sure what the regular FRHs use, what the active ingredient in those are. I thought it was magnesium, so maybe there's a bit of difference. Now, since this ration contains 4,500 calories, there's just no way that I'm going to need or even be able to eat all of this in one day. It's more than twice as much as I need. I'm gonna do this backwards, and I'm gonna start with one of the main entrees, and I'll have the evening snack a bit later, and then I'll do the breakfast and the other entree tomorrow. Alright, so I think I've managed to come up with some kind of plan. Right, so dinner for tonight has been decided. Now it's time to get this flag out of the way, get the tray out, and I'm gonna start, I'm gonna warm this up in the FRH, I think. Alright, so let's get started with this meal, and I am going to use this flameless ration heater. So today I'm eating the meatballs with pasta. It's mostly sauce in there. 25% pasta, basically wheat semolina and egg. 25% meatballs, and they are not beef. They are mechanically recovered pork and chicken. So it's pork and chicken meatballs. And this meal should give 588 calories. 400 grams, quite a heavy portion. It's a bit of a mystery bag, this. It doesn't say where it's manufactured or produced. It just says packed for Orifo, Denmark. So you could assume it's made in Denmark, but it doesn't explicitly say that. It just says packed for Orifo in Denmark. And in you go. This should do it. Use this strip to close it. A bit slow, maybe it will pick up. I'll just put that aside. Yeah, it was definitely picking up a bit after I put it down. So it calmed down just after I made the close-ups, and I thought I might as well open the windows in case it produces a lot of hydrogen gas. One thing to notice is that it doesn't produce the same smell as the American FRHs. They smell very metallic and very like chemical. This, I don't know. There's a faint smell of something that reminds of plastic, but it doesn't have at all that intense smell that the MRE FRHs do, whatever that means. Okay, it seems it already started to calm down quite a lot actually, so maybe it was a short but intense reaction rather than the longer ones. I'm gonna start with the drink. This is isotonic drinking powder, orange flavor. This drink alone contains 147 calories. And it's actually manufactured in Germany. Here's half a liter of water. Bright yellow color. Let's pour some up and give it a taste. Very intense, artificial orange flavor. I'm wondering if these are made by the same company that makes the drinks for the German EPAs. Or maybe they're just all the same. I don't know. Not too bad though. Let's open the peanuts. Product of Thailand. So 50 grams, and it says that 100 grams contains 620 calories. So we got 310 calories in this little bag here. Did you hear that vacuum hiss? It smells like peanuts. I'll try one. or a few. Yep, nice and crunchy. Good amount of salt on them, not too much, but just to give them some salt flavor, which is nice. Let's check out this cereal bar. Cereal bar cranberry, 50 grams. 50 grams contains 204 calories. And up here it says produced in EU. So it doesn't say any country. It just says produced in EU for Orifo, Denmark. So who knows where this is from? Here we go. And yeah, you see the raisins clearly here, the brown ones, and the reddish ones are cranberries. Very sticky, bendy. Smells like dried fruit. You may have noticed that there is no paper at all in this ration. So you need to bring that separately. This should be done now. It doesn't feel too warm actually. It actually feels a bit... Did I put this upside down? Oh, I think I did. You know what? I'll do like this. I'm such an idiot. Alright. I hope it'll still work. It's starting to bubble a bit again, but I'll see how warm it'll get. In the meantime, I'll try this cereal bar out. Very soft and sticky. Let's have a bite. Not tough at all. This puffy rice makes it kind of crispy but not hard. Just a little bit of crisp and very fluffy but sticky at the same time. Strong flavor of raisins. The cranberries are similar in flavor, so they blend in really well there. And yeah, I like it. Now this is 12 minutes later and it's still going. Okay, so this is still going, but I don't want to wait anymore. With the bottom shaped like that, you can just put it on a table and it will stand up. Like so. But I'm going to pour it out on the plate so it's easier for you to see what it actually looks like. So let's do it. Show me. Hey, we got meatballs. Hey. Wow, that's a lot. Alright, so let's see what we have here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 meatballs. This spiral pasta and some tomato sauce. The meatballs look a bit pale, but that's because they're not fried, and more importantly, it's because this is pork and chicken. Let's see what they look like. Like that. Alright, so the meatballs. Very bland, doesn't taste like meatballs the way I'm used to them. They taste like they taste the way they look. They're not bad by any stretch, but they could have made these better. Now for the sauce with some carrot pieces. Sauce is very rich tomato flavor, like tomato soup almost. And the actual pasta, the pasta exceeds my expectations. It's not overcooked like sometimes you see in rations, but it actually has kind of a stability to it. I wouldn't call it al dente. That's an overstatement, but you can actually bite into it. Yeah, I'm gonna finish this, and I'll get back to you when it's time to do the coffee. Okay, so I finished the meatballs. Kind of disappointed because I chose this meal, and I chose to start with this meal out of all the Swedish ones because it was the only one that had meatballs, or maybe it was one of two, I don't remember, but most of them have some kind of chicken. This one had meatballs. I wanted to make it Swedish, so I picked meatballs, but they taste like meh, so... But anyway, enough about that. Now it's time for the coffee. So I'm gonna drink coffee now in this mug, but as you may have noticed from before, there's nothing in here to put in your coffee, which is fine with me because I always have my coffee black without sugar. But in case you don't, that might be a downside. So I'm just gonna hope that'll be enough. This smells kind of nice actually. It doesn't have that horrible burnt smell that most of the powdered coffee has. It doesn't smell quite as good as brewed coffee, but it's almost there. It's close. Let's give it a taste. It feels like 50-50, like what would happen if you mix brewed coffee with the instant coffee. For powdered coffee, this is actually really good. Let's not forget this one. Smells a bit of citrus. It tastes like one of these orange or exotic isotonic drinks. Oh, yeah, so it's safe to say that I'm full up now. All that remains now is V6 White Spearmint. Exciting. It's gum, it's not old, it's spearmint. Well, this was dinner for tonight. I'll see you again soon. Alright, it's time for the evening snack. The only warm item I'm gonna have is the cocoa flavored beverage powder. I'm really curious about this vanilla cake. Manufactured in Spain. Very fluffy on the inside. Doesn't smell a whole lot of vanilla. It smells like just regular wheat bread, but I guess I'll see later. Biscuits. Sometimes you can tear stuff open here, but oh yeah. I thought they would be like regular wheat biscuits. These look like some whole grain thing. It does say it does say whole grain biscuits, doesn't it? So there's 3 of those. Here is the meal bar, which is lemon flavored, made in Sweden. Wow, made by 24-hour meals. Let's see what it is. Looks like it's covered in some, I guess, lemony stuff. It mostly contains milk protein, maltitol, dark chocolate, and chicory root fiber, yogurt coating. Okay, so that's some kind of yogurt coating. Yeah, it has a very lemony smell as well as chocolate. It's kind of flexible, but it cracks and crumbles more than breaks, so I'm gonna leave it like this. I'm just gonna go get the hot water boiling for the cocoa drink. Alright, so here's 200 milliliters of almost boiling water. This is Orifo cocoa flavored beverage powder, manufactured in Germany. Smells like cocoa, right? Speaking of cocoa, I have this chocolate, 25 grams, the chocolat bar, at least 43% cocoa. Reasonably high quality chocolate. And again, it just says packed for Orifo, Denmark. Let's see what this looks like. Yeah, it smells like kind of darkish chocolate. And the hazelnut spread. I will call it that. Or no, I'll just call it nut cream and then you can laugh if you want. Here's the nut cream. It's mainly sugar and oils and fats and stuff, and then it contains hazelnuts and peanuts as well. Produced in Sweden. And before anybody asks, it doesn't say not cream, it says nötkräm. Nöt is Swedish for nut, so that's not too far-fetched, is it? Nut cream. There you go. What you would do as a kid is just use your teeth and tear it open there. It would normally result in a little corner being torn off, but hey, like so. All right, let's dig in. So I'll start with the vanilla cake. Let's try it out. Not a whole lot of flavor in this one. Very soft and kind of spongy and yeah, a bit oily and greasy. It kind of reminds of the pound cake or yeah, the things you get in the MREs. But this one actually has less flavor than the one I had, the cornbread. Similar in texture, but I think the cornbread was better actually, though this one tastes more fresh. There's some taste in the background like something chemical that I think wouldn't be there if this was homemade. Let's try this. I'll try some just like this. These were a bit weird. If you want to compare them to something else, I would say particle board. They have the texture and the color of particle board. I mean, when you chew them, you get these flakes and grains in your mouth. The taste is wheaty, like, I don't know if you know what digestive biscuits are. They remind a bit of those. Actually, I think I prefer this to this, though I thought it would be the opposite. This one's nice, though very dry. So I might have to try this. Hot cocoa. Yeah, that's good. Real nice cocoa drink. This was super nice. Now let's try this. This is the actual meal. I mean, this is the evening meal. Let's give it a try. Wow, those were some weird flavors. Sure, there was a hint of lemon there, but the majority of it is in the smell. I guess I better try this. You know what? I'm just gonna eat some directly from the bag at first. Oh yeah. The taste is like nougat, sugar, hazelnut, and just soft with small pieces of, I guess that's some nut, but nougat with a hazelnut twist. Should I try it on this one? Of course I should. Yeah, that was a nice combination. And I think I'll try some on this vanilla cake as well. Well, honestly, it didn't add that much to the flavor for this one, the vanilla cake, because it's already really sweet. So it's like pouring sugar on sugar. It doesn't really change anything. I think you're wasting the flavor by putting it on the vanilla cake. It's better to use it on the biscuits. Definitely better. I gotta get some water because this won't help washing down all this. You get very thirsty from all this. But first, before I do that, let's check out the chocolate. Let's do the break test. That was easy. See what it tastes like. Nice and rich flavor. Moderately bitter without being too bitter, and not just sugary, cheap chocolate flavor. Real nice. There, some water. Skål! Alright, so I guess I'm gonna finish this. I'm sorry, I think I forgot to describe this. The flavor is, I don't know how to describe it. You can, it's a, I don't know, it's a weird combination of things that I'm not used to. And the consistency reminds of fudge or something. I'll squeeze it a bit too. You see, it's like Play-Doh. So it has the consistency of Play-Doh with the occasional crispy bit in it that I don't know what it is. It tastes, that's some very hard to tell combination of lemony, chocolate, something fiber like. This is not delicious. It's good, but it's definitely in the meal category rather than cereal bar or candy category. And as I'm about to finish this, you do get kind of tired of it in the end. I don't think there's a lot of sugar in this, for instance, which energy bars might have. Let's see, well, 10% is sugar in this. Of 60 grams, only 6 grams is sugar. And fibers, actually. So there's a lot of fibers in this one. 7 grams out of 60 is just fibers. So yeah, it's good for you. Oh wow. The rest of this chocolate, I gotta save it. I can't possibly eat more chocolate while drinking cocoa. It's too much. Yeah, and I had half a liter of water here, and now that's gone too. So you definitely get thirsty. With that out of the way, it's time for the remaining piece. The V6 gum, peppermint. Why do they print nutrition information? Is it if you swallow this? 100 grams of this contains 168 calories. What? Sugar-free gum? That's gotta be if you swallow it, right? Well. Gum. Yeah, I took both of these at the same time, and they have a really intense peppermint flavor. Kind of wakes you up. Well, my impressions about this. This chocolate was good. This nut cream, it's very nice, but you always get too little in these little bags. While the taste is very good and it fit these biscuits very well, it wasn't enough for all 3 of them. The biscuits though are probably the best thing I had this meal. They felt like wholesome, like they were good for you, and at the same time they didn't have any weird or funny aftertastes or some flavor you didn't quite recognize. These biscuits were great. A bit, you know, dry, obviously, but good. The vanilla cake, there was something weird with the flavor. There was something I could taste something bitter, dry. Honestly, I could not taste any vanilla in this. You know what? Reading the ingredients, I don't see any vanilla anywhere here. Do you? Well, not too impressed by this. As was also the case with this meal bar lemon flavor. You could definitely tell that this was more to substitute an entree. It just felt like it was good for you, but after you had one, you were happy it was over. This was better than that, but not by much. And finally, the cocoa flavored beverage powder. I mean, you can't really go wrong with this as long as you get the ratio of everything right. So this is nice. Cocoa was definitely the best part in this, followed by the biscuits and the nut cream. Yeah, the chocolate was good as well. Then this bar, and last I think the vanilla cake. So now I have half of the ration left, but I think I'll save that for a separate video before this one gets way too long. So that's it for this time. Thanks for watching, and maybe see you in part 2. Bye.